Welcome to the Chestnut office and the 21st team member update. As you can probably tell, we've changed the format of this update, potentially as a one-off if there's a little bit of stick comes my way. However, you guys all take stuff on board in different ways, so rather than reading this week's update, you can listen to me instead. If looking at me becomes too much, if you can just keep a little eye on Lily behind me to make sure she's working hard, that would also be great. Maybe you'll let me know at the end of this how she did. As ever, this is your update, and you should have in it what you want to have in it. So do let me know if there's any content that you want adding or taking away. There is no teleprompter, it's just me and the notes. So I'm going to read through this, and if we get it wrong, then all the cock-ups are staying in, because I'm only going to do this once today. Since the last update, we've had 3,750 people dine with us in the last 2 weeks across the group, and as you can imagine, the overwhelming majority of those people have had an absolutely fantastic time, and a small minority of those people have taken the time to share their experience with us through Facebook, through Google, OpenTable, TripAdvisor. We do get the odd negative review in and amongst that, but that does give us the opportunity to learn more about our business, and generally I get to speak to those people that have had a difficult or unenjoyable experience, and it's a great opportunity for me to fix things on a one-to-one basis. What I do want you to do is just keep nudging all of your customers to review us where possible. As suggested in the last update, Michael Box has indeed submitted 2 more holiday requests for the next couple of months. After much light-hearted discussion, they have been approved. But to be fair to Michael, the Pack Horse is getting some absolutely rave reviews at the moment on food and service. My current favourite review is recently gone up on OpenTable, and it says, it describes the service as impeccable and the food as insane, but it was 5 out of 5 across every aspect, so I'd say that was pretty good. Greg, our Pack Horse head chef, or head chief as referred to in a review, produced a 5-course game night with the team last week, which was incredibly well received, and they're planning to do more of those, not only across the group, but there's one in for the Pack Horse again next month. And the room sales are strong, and obviously with Tuxall sales starting next week, we should see things start to pick up from Sunday evening, certainly at the Pack Horse, before Tuesday's sales start. John and Carl at the Blackbirds have seen a nice pick-up in business over the last couple of weeks, including a record Sunday of last week, which was 120 covers, which is a great effort from all of the team. There's lots going on with the menu and some changes which will be in place over the next 10 days or so. There's some really exciting dishes the guys are working on, Carl and Phil and Matt, which is great. Currently a few of the Blackbirds team, Jamie, Harry and Tom, along with the lovely Sam Sadler, are having a really tough time at the moment in the vineyards of the south of France. They're actually there right now, and I'm sure that we will have some photos for the next update, and I'll show you the really nice bottle of red wine they're going to bring back for me as well, which will be lovely. Stefan and Ian are continuing with the Northgate transformation. The customer feedback is really positive right now. We are disappointed to be losing a team member or 2 front of house. That will mean opportunity knocks for other people within our existing businesses, and no doubt for 1 or 2 faces from outside. Another local person recently has won the Peroni Beer for a Year competition as a result of coming out into the terrace at the Northgate and using the outside bar. The Rupert Brook is still the capital of the afternoon tea, and being surprised personally with the customers' food choices. Large parties that are choosing to go with canapes or Chateaubriand at the heart of their function never ceases to amaze me. We've almost completed lots of the improvements, painting, finishing the hole that we've created in the bar that saves everybody walking for miles, sorting out the bin area, and some of those more mundane bits and pieces, but there's still a lot more to be done over there. And as we, in all of our venues to be fair, as we change seasons, we're going to focus on the atmosphere within our venues, so things like lighting and the warmth and the use of fires and wood burners and the music. its volume. All of that is really, really important to help create an atmosphere. But to be perfectly honest, it's you as our team members that make the biggest difference to the feel of a place. And happy, smiling, engaged and hospitable are massively important, and way more important than serving food from the left and clearing drinks from the right. The black line is taking shape. Lucy is leading the team of contractors refurbishing downstairs, and some of you will still have black line team members working across the business. Roberta tends to pop up everywhere. Nikki's spending a bit of time at the White Horse, and Michelle at the Pack Horse. And Nick is at the Northgate kitchen, and he's been working with Phil to create the menus. Verinda is back in the business today after having a month off, the sort of holiday that Michael Vox would dream for. We've had a good catch up today, and we're starting to place the orders for cutlery, crockery, glassware, all that sort of stuff, which is great. The White Horse has had a quiet week, but last week was much more positive. We've had some great feedback being received. Their event nights are still doing really, really positive. Lots of locals, increasing our engagement with them. We had a meeting internally last week with the team. Lots of really good ideas have come out of that we want to deliver. Some big, some small. We had a little team building session last week over 9 holes of golf. To be fair, it felt more like 18 holes of golf when you're trying to chase some of Cameron's tee shots. But all good fun. Credit to Elliot for winning. I'm hopeful that we'll cut some pictures into this particular video when we're done. Credit to John on our Academy program for his beautiful pink attire, and for Liam because thankfully he didn't hit the Porsche that was parked in the garage by the golf course. Provenance of our food is a subject you're going to hear lots and lots on in the forthcoming weeks. Phil is doing a great job with the buying of food across all of our group. It's on a big project with the Rare Breed Meat Company, with all of the head chefs getting involved in a different aspect of the business and different purchasing, which is great. Provenance, it doesn't really come much clearer than Cherty's pigs. The 5 pigs that we named earlier in the year have now been processed, for want of the right word, and you can now put your orders into Cherty for sausages, where for £5.50 for a pack of 8, you can have some to be collected or delivered to your work venue. Philip and David have also been on a shoot last week, really successful, and delivered a number of partridge to the Pack Horse for the weekend. Greg has now taught Stacey and Storm how to pluck and prepare partridge, and they sold 7 on Saturday night, which was fantastic after a Friday shoot. We have some new team members joining us, so since the last update, mostly through the front of house team at the Rupert Brook. So Raquel, who started on our academy, Izzy, Zoe and Noah have all joined the front of house team at the Rupert. Welcome to you guys. And Hannah is working at the Pack Horse, and she's on the Concord scheme, replacing Corey, so welcome to you. Today's quote very much with the team member update in mind. This one comes from Mark Twain, and it says that continued improvement is better than delayed perfection. I think that sums up the team member update as hopefully as well as I can. Have a great week. Thank you all for your time. Feedback will be expected and appreciated.